Get your camera. Get the camera. He pushed your ass.
He got it. I ain't about to fight him. He got it. Yeah. I guess I didn't think about that. Yeah, I'm letting out fall off this motherfucker.
Oh. Oh, Ding Ho. Hey. Oh. Now, Matt Serra, what happened with you and him?
I mean, there's not really anything that happened with us. He's just trying to pipe up to the king. The thing is, I mean, he's a one-hit wonder. He's losing a 10-8 battle right now to diabetes, and he wants to come at the UFC welterweight king, Colby Covington. It just makes no sense. He's just looking for headlines. You know, the guy's a joke. He's a little squirt. You know, like he's got a 50-50 record. What is he, 10-10 or something like that? Come on, bro. You couldn't hold my jock strap, man. Let's be honest. Let's be real, man. You have a better shot to hit the Powerball than talking about me anything to do with fighting. So, you know, the guy needs to worry about his fight with diabetes, man. He's looking a little fat.
But he said if there was a street fight, he would be the one to leave and you'd be the one knocked out.
Oh, wow. That real original, man. Did he come out with that? How long did it take him to come up with that fucking cool-ass story? Like, come on, dude. The guy's a joke, man. He was losing to Shoney Carter on the fucking back in the old days. Dude, the guy, what is he, 50? How old is he, man? Like,
he's up there. I mean, he's definitely not in his prime. But what happened?
I feel bad for him.
What happened? He like those guys set you up. They had Usman come out or something crazy happened.
I don't even know, man. Like he's just been trying. The thing about Serra is he's just looking to get some sound bites out of me. He's looking for me to reply back to him and so his podcast can take off the ground. His podcast sucks. No one cares about it, man. No one wants to listen to that old fart fucking talk, so he's just looking for, clickbait. He's trying to get me engaged. And dude, honestly, you hear me how I am. I'm not hyped up about it. It is what it is, man. I got bigger fish to fry and more money to make. So I'm not worried about little bald-headed twerp fucking Matt Serra.
I wanted to know how Bisping feels about Jorge Masvidal calling him racist, but being the so-called best friend of Colby Covington, who's playing the quote-unquote meathead, pro-Trump bigot type of heel. So yeah, what do you think about that? Masvidal being a little bit of a hypocrite?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to say that he's a hypocrite, but I'm glad someone asked me about that actually, because he does. Masvidal is going around trying to tell people that I'm a racist against Latinos, which is just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, for one, Lewis,
he's letting me sleep in your yard.
Say again.
You're letting me sleep in your backyard.
Exactly. No. You're in the garage. You're good. Don't worry about it. I've got bloody Puerto Ricans sleeping in my garage. What are you talking about? Yeah, but listen, that's not a nice thing to be going around telling people. And unfortunately, I've had a couple of comments on my Instagram. Yeah. Or you're racist against Latinos. I'm like, come on, couldn't be further from the truth. And that's just a nasty, dirty thing to say about somebody. It's just despicable. But really,
spick. You said spick. I heard you.
Yeah. Despicable. Lewis is despicable.
I'm very spickable. That's a good way to describe me.
You are spickable. You could be a spick. He's despicable.
All they're going to do is cut this clip of you calling me a spick, and now it's confirmed.
It is despicable. You're not even spickable, Lewis. You're despicable. So, yeah, you don't even qualify as a Latino. No, that's a horrible thing to be saying about somebody. It really is. But I'm not surprised coming from Jorge Masvidal, because that's the type of person he is. I think he's a low-class individual.
Well, why would you do that to your fans?
I know I'm not, and I think everybody that knows me knows I'm not, so I'm good with it.
Can I tell you the irresponsibility on Jorge Masvidal's side? It's like, dude, that's fine. You want to talk shit. It's one thing to talk shit. And we've all, we've watched fighters through the years talk shit. They say very personal shit. They get in people's heads. They fuck with people. But it's actually more fucked up to your fans because you have a lot of young fucking Latin kids or black people or whatever it is that look up to you that are kind of like listening to you as a leader. And whether you want to be a role model or not, you know, Jorge Masvidal, you're a role model to these people, and you're tweeting stuff out and you're being dishonest because you know that Michael Bisping's not a racist person. You know that he's not a guy that fucking, I mean, dude, you're literally.
Well, hold on. Maybe in his mind, maybe he thinks I am.
I don't think
we
so.
don't actually have a relationship. We don't have a relationship. I don't know Jorge Masvidal on a personal level whatsoever. I've never had an actual proper conversation with him about anything. So maybe he thinks I am. Maybe he hears me talking shit, whatever. And I don't know. I'm just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Well, I think it comes from
maybe
you
he
ripping
believes
up.
that. I'll tell you right now, he's wrong. Utterly and completely wrong.
Thank you, Dana. Dana White, everybody.
How hard is it for you, Dana? Because I know, you know, you're a great promoter, but you're also, you're a lot more than that. You know, you're kind of, in a lot of ways, you're kind of a babysitter. And how hard is it for you sometimes to have to take a step back? Like, for example, like with the Conor McGregor bus incident, right? You get into Madison Square Garden, biggest fight ever, everything's going to happen. And next thing I know, this amazing superstar athlete goes crazy, starts tossing dollies at buses. I mean, what goes through your head when that happens?
Yeah, that was a bad day. That was a very bad day. You know, we have a lot of bad days around here where bad shit happens, but that was right up there with the worst.
Now, do you call Conor and you're like, what the fuck are you doing? Or do you have to kind of just let everyone else take it?
Yeah, no. So we, I got, you know, I did the interview with the media. I came back to the arena. I had just left the arena. I was literally half a block down the street when Reed Harris called me, freaking out that Conor was attacking the bus. So you know, I didn't understand exactly what was going on or what had happened, and I knew it was over. So I went to the hotel and waited for the fighters to come back from the hotel, but they had to stay there because the police were called. So the police were coming. So then I left the hotel and drove back to the arena. And that's when the press was still there, and I talked to the press, and, you know, and Conor and I didn't talk until, until Conor had gotten out of jail. I think that's the first time we talked.
Now, is it like talking? I mean, is it talking to you like your son, your child? Or you saying, "Hey, listen, Betty, you got the whole world ahead of you. You know, come on, man. Like, what are you doing?"
No, I mean, Conor is a guy that you know, I've obviously been behind since day one. He's a kid that I have tremendous respect for as a fighter and as a person. And you know, we've always had this really good working relationship, but for him to come to one of our events at the arena and do what he did was as bad as it gets.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine. Well, I mean, I remember texting you like, "Hey man, sorry you had a wrong bad day." You texted back a gun emoji to like your head, like fucking. Yeah. I was like, oh, yeah. I'm like, oh man. And then I said like, even John Jones thinks that McGregor needs to put it together. And like normally I get like an LOL from you, and I got nothing. And I'm like, I feel like I'm bombing in my own text messages right now. This is not good. The comedy is tragedy plus time. Let's give this some time. So yeah, but that's why it's got to be so hard, because MMA is such a. You attract such a great athlete, but you also attract some people that are just out there. And for you to have to kind of rein them all in, that's got to be brutal. It's got to be brutal.
Yeah, no, we got a lot of people under contract here, over 500 fighters under contract, and that doesn't include all the employees I have here, you know? So things are always happening. Somebody, you know, has personal problems or something, every day we deal with this stuff from, on both sides, fighters and employees.
Just fucking sparring with Luke. Checked his kick. Pay the price.
Scrumptious.
Yum.
You can tighten up. I'm like, morphine! Hey, every time it would crank, I'd be like, fuck, calling for morphine.
Read that trip up.
So this thing cranks like twice a day. And this thing brings closer and closer.
Morphine.